Hi, my name is Maria Perez, and I'm here today to talk about English learners in the education in Arizona. Arizona defines English learners as students who need additional support in listening, speaking, reading, and writing English to fully participate in academic instructions and classroom activities successfully and are identified throughout the home language survey and ACELA testing. Demographics and home language of Arizona English learners, EL students. Arizona serves a large multilingual student population. Spanish is the most common home language, and other languages include Navajo, Arabic, Serbian, and Vietnamese. Arizona schools educate students from many linguistic and cultural backgrounds, which requires teachers to use culturally responsive instructions and differentiated strategies that support language and academic growth. The Structured English Immersion, SEI. SEI focuses on developing English proficiency while teaching academics content. Instruction is delivered in English using language support strategies. Shelter instruction support. Content learning through scaffolding, visuals, and modeling. Structured English immersion helps students learn English throughout meaningful interactions and targeted language instructions, while sheltered instruction focuses more heavily on making academics content understandable for ELL students. Arizona Language Development Approach. It has four principles: assets-based behavior and expectations, integrated instruction in disciplinary language and content, target and explicit language instructions, assessment, monitoring, and feedback. Arizona's language development approach emphasizes that multilingualism is an asset and encourages teachers to combine language instruction with academic content while continuously monitoring students' progress and growth. Research supporting EL instructions. EL student benefits from meaningful interaction, academic conversations, and culturally responsive teaching. Strong first language skills support second language development. Research shows that English learners achieve greater success when teachers encourage collaboration, provide opportunities for discussions, and connected instructions to students' cultural and linguistic experience and strengths. Student agencies means students take ownership of learning, build confidence, voice self-determination, and motivation. Teachers encourage agencies throughout choice, collaboration, and goal setting. When students have opportunities to make choices, reflect on learning goals, and participate actively in discussions, they develop confidence, independence, and strong motivation to learn English. Arizona schools select SEI Structured English Immersion program models based on students' English proficiency levels, educational backgrounds, and academic needs to provide targeted instructions and language development support effectively as follows. Newcomers models is one that support recently arrived students. Pull-out models is EL support outside the classroom. Two-hour model is dedicated English language development blocks within the classroom. 50-50 dual language immersion is instruction in English and another language requires parental waiver. Determining EL eligibility. Home Language Service identifies possible ELL students. Students take the ACELA placement test, and scores determine EL status and services. The Home Language Survey helps schools identify students who may need English language support, while ACELA, the Arizona English Language Learner Assessment, give the results guided placement decisions and determine eligibility for services. ACELA placement and reassessments. Placements test identifies proficiency level. Annual reassessment measures growth and determines reclassification. Domain tested, like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The ACELA assessment allows educators to monitor students' progress in all language domains and determine whether students are ready to transition out of EL services successfully. ACELA accommodations may look like flexible scheduling, small group testing, extended time, repetition of direction. Testing accommodations help English learners demonstrate their knowledge fairly by reducing language barriers and creating supportive testing environments that maintain assessment validity and accessibility for students. Parents and guardians play an important role in educational decisions making and have the right to receive information about EL services, assessments, and placement options for their children. Parents may refuse all services or specific placements. Parents receive notification about assessment and placement decisions. School must communicate in understandable language when possible with parents. In conclusion, effective EL instruction requires collaboration, research-based strategies, and culturally responsive teaching. Arizona SEI framework supports language development and academic success. Teachers, EL specialists, administrators, and families must collaborate to create a supportive learning environment where English learners can develop language proficiency and achieve a long-term academic success.